Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. So before we move into the next month where we can start to harvest, we are just going to sell these mowers. They're absolutely fine for when we use them, but for a worker using them, as you would have seen from the screenshot from the previous episode, they do not do a good job at all. Somehow though, we did manage to be able to complete both contracts and collect on them, but for an aesthetics point of view, I would rather not have that issue. So let's just go repair and repaint them both. So that's 21,007 back for the front mower, and then for the rear mower let's repair and repaint. So that now gives us 43,414. So let's just see how much money that we've lost. So that's just over 43,000 back. We've had to spend obviously money on it. But if we go to here and let's go to the mowers, so they were 46, yeah. So we've maybe lost 6 grand on that, and on the front one, I'm just thinking about the repainting costs as well. Fair dues, you get a little bit back, but not a lot. So yeah, the next thing to do is what direction we want to go mower wise. Because I was rather hoping that with these ones that they would swath it out the back. These ones definitely do, but I'm using them on Alma, so I don't want to use them on this one. Another good, well, you've got these, and this especially, these are brilliant, but they take a lot of horsepower, and they will swath, but I think you've got to go, that's the one for swathing, which that adds another 15,000. So to get that, that's 164. And then for the front mower to go on the front of it, so you're looking, what's that, £180,000 on a set of mowers. Well, it makes me think we don't really do that much. You know, we just got a few beef cows. Do we need to really spend almost £200,000 on a set of mowers? These ones won't swath, so I'm half toying. Although it's a much smaller working width, going with that, because then we can just put that on the back and go. Those trailed ones I'm not too keen on. We're not going to buy any mowers today, but what I'll probably have a look at is what I've got installed in the game and see whether I can put any of them on. But time will tell. And also, I've installed a load of chippers into the game, so I just need to decide where I want to go with all that, because when we do buy that bit of land next to one of our starting fields, so we can go down the chipping route, I just need to decide how we're going to do it. Ooh, I'm going a bit all over the place there. Whether we're going to get a forwarder, to then lead the timber out of the wood and onto the side, ready for us to chip, or whether we'll just take a lorry and trailer in there. So there's a lot to decide. But anyways, we are now going to go back to the house. We're going to go rest, and it will then mean that we are able to start harvest. And then we just need to decide which field to start on. Because I know if you were to go with the UK, it's normally you get your barley in first, then you get your canola, and then it's your wheat to finish. And then peas seem to be just as and when. And I've installed the pea harvester mod so we can use our combine, which you can do that in real life. I know where we are, it's like a syndicate with the pea vine. So you all get, what you get paid is the average yield for the year, or at least that's my understanding of it all. So your crop could be really, really bad when they come to harvest it, but if everyone else has been good, it bumps you up. But then you also get times where if your crop of peas is ready to go and they can't get to you, they'll just completely bypass you and they'll just leave you with a pea field, which that happened to us a year or two ago, where if we had the combine, we were sending the combine through to get the peas off and then just sell them, sort of as, for people with any birds or out like that. But in the end, the combine was preoccupied elsewhere, so we didn't bother. So we just ploughed them all in, which would have done the soil some good. And I've just driven completely past our house because I was just waffling on. So we'll park up here. I do need to get the load all So well, not the load, all the telehandler, so we can get away with it this month, but it'll be next month that we'll need to grab it and bring it to put that bale of silage in for the cows. So I've just left the pallet tines on because we're just... Excuse me? Why is our gate left open? Did I do that? Well, we've got some very good cows if they stayed in there over, well, what would be a month as it were. Right, we need to make sure. Let's put this down in there so that can now empty. We'll go get our trailer put on, and when we leave the field we'll make sure that we actually do close the gate this time, because that's a very bad husbandry. Imagine if they got out onto the road or whatnot, you know, could have caused some problems. Right, let's just reverse. Ignore that I've just run over a cow. Yeah, so we'll go this way. This will be the easiest way to get out. But just before we do, what are these bales at? 91%. So by the end of this episode, they should be somewhat there, I would have said. So right, let's get ourselves... How have I hit the gate? I'm going to hit it with the back end now with the tail swing. So right now, with us there, we'll go close this and we'll bring this back to the farm. Then we know we've got everything we need. And if we do run out of... Well, if these lot do need feed, it's got it just there for them. So I'm going to leave this. I should be able to get it into this shed here. This is what I've sort of decided, that this is going to be sort of like the trailer shed, which it's not a bad shed for it. It's just you don't have... Okay, I'm just driving into the shed. You don't have the most amount of room to be able to pull forward to get your trailer in, and also you've got the trees in there and whatnot there, which do sort of hinder your view a little bit. But anyways, we'll get this put in. I don't know what to do with these two little trailers now, whether to keep them or get rid of them, because if we got rid of them, our two Bailey trailers then could come into here and it would keep that looking a bit tidy and it frees up some room in that other shed. Right, let's have a look on the map. So do we have... Okay, so field 38 is a canola. Do we have barley? Okay, well, of course we put field 41 into barley. Right. We will start on 41 because I would like to put that field into canola when we get a chance. So let's just put that there. We'll run round, get the combine, we'll get the header, and we will head off over there. And we'll get that one harvested. And we'll have to get our workers all set up with trailers. I'll probably put the fence on a Bailey trailer, and then I'll put our JCB... Oh yeah, our steps are going through the wall. Then I'll probably put our JCB onto, I forget what it is, but the bigger trailer that we do have. So here we go. That's our workers heading off. So the fence in front of us, the JCB is already set off. So they will all park up on the side of the field. And then once we are somewhat full, they'll come to us. I really wanted to upgrade this engine, but it's just simply not possible at the minute. Financially wise, it's almost... It was either just over 200,000 or it was just shy of 300,000 to get the bigger engine and the bigger capacity. So we're going to have to get through this year, I reckon, with it just how it is, and then we'll definitely improve it. It's like I say, it's just trying to find money. And I would like to try. I don't want to go too big into productions, but I think we need to start looking at productions just to maximise our income a bit more, because our income is fairly steady with us just selling predominantly crops. Right, let's pull. Do we go over there or do we just pull into here? I'd love to buy that field. Is it ready to harvest now as well? It will be if it's barley. Next month. Ooh, that's interesting. So what do we need for... If we were to buy that, I know I'm just on about trying to save money. Now I'm just going to spend a load of money. So that's 484. So 440. So we would need to get another £300,000 in 2 episodes. and there's not really anything for us to mow. Well, we just sold our mowers. Spraying. We may set our case on to do some spraying work, and then we can, whilst we're busy doing all these little like other jobs like harvesting, trying to get some money coming in. So let's just keep this reversing back. I'm going to leave this in front of field 41. The only other option is if whether we were to go and take another loan out so that we could afford it, but then I don't want to get caught up in that route again of where we're just taking loan after loan after loan. It's the whole reason why we took the million pound loan, was to consolidate everything. But right, let's go put this on like so. I just hope that's not in the way for when our workers try to come around this corner, but we will soon tell. So let's get that turned on. We'll just make a first cut into the field so that we can... oh, GPS is already set up, brilliant. Are we going to get a straw swath? Yes, that's even better. Right, well I don't think we've got much more to say. So let's get this start putting on here. We're not going to be able to make a full lap. I don't even think we're going to be at, well, 10% already. 10% just doing that. Oh dear. Combining is so satisfying. It's one of my favourite jobs to do in the game. Right, there is another 13,500 litres. As you'd have seen, that we've filled up the Brantner trailer and the JCB, so that's gone off to go tip. We are now waiting for the Fent to come. We'll get him unloaded, and then that should send him back to the yard to then go fill up, to go empty, and then we'll have both back here again. But I would imagine we'll definitely have one more trailer load. If we did the Brantner one, which is the biggest trailer, and then maybe the Bailey trailer, I don't quite know. But right, whilst we're waiting, we will just go... Oh, hello. There's loads of jobs now turned up. So, well, not loads, but anyways. So we are going to take that, and that is herbicide. Remove the rates, herbicide, accept contract. So our class can get on and do that one for us. I'm avoiding, I think I've said it before, I'm avoiding all these weed-shaped fields because they just, when you put workers in them, it just does not work. Harvesting. do we go off and do a big wheat harvest? Maybe. I'm going to borrow the items, and this is going to be very, very interesting to see whether, if we borrow the items for it, if I can set it up so it's all automated. What's he doing? The only thing I worry about is when we try to automate the sugar beet harvest, the tractors will pull it up alongside the harvester, but they weren't actually, it wouldn't unload. So what I have done is I did have an old version of Courseplay, so I have got rid of that version and I have installed the new one. So we'll see if I get it all set up and just see how that goes on that side. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Right, we can put that back, and then that'll be the Fent then on his way to go tip, and I'll just go sort out all our workers. Well, that's about perfect timing with how long it's taken me to set up, get all these other workers and whatnot going. Our JCB has just arrived. We have had a few problems where he's tried to come in some weird and wonderful ways, so with the auto drive route, but anyways, he's back now, so we can continue. So does the Fent as well. They did get caught up. That bit of a grass field that I was cutting to get extra silage just above the yard, they were trying to go through the wooden gate there, which obviously being in the JCB and with that Brantner trailer on, it was just too wide. And then he started trying to drive through the diesel tank. So I have just moved the nodes and adjusted them ever so slightly. And for our workers, like I said, I'm trying to do a fully automated for in field 12. So I know it's a lorry, it's the American style lorry, but I know they're going, he's trying to take a tip. So I'm going to say that's promising that he has taken the tip, and then the workers continuing on. So that'll be very interesting to see whether that works now. And obviously we've got our class is up spraying in field 8. So we may, if we do one more time lapse, we may get this field complete now. So close getting all that in. We have 1% left in here. Where is, would it be worth, there he is. Let's see if we can just drop this 1% into here. Will it let me or not? Brilliant, before they disappear, because they can be a nightmare. When you're doing it like that, it never really works very well. Right, let's fold this up, and we can take this down over to here. What I am thinking of doing is, do we set it off in field 38 and automate it again? What's happening here? So they are going through. So that seems to be working all right at the moment down there. And our spraying contract, that has also finished. So that's brilliant news. So let's just go put this back onto the trailer. Like so. I don't think... I'd love to buy that field in front of us there. That's, like I said, that is the next big arable field to buy. That's the one I want. But I just think we're going to struggle getting it. You know, finding the money to do... Oh, you're joking. I've just knocked that further back. If I keep... There we go. That's got it on like that. Brilliant. So we'll just quickly turn around here. Yeah, I think we're going to struggle because we need... What do we need? 300,000 just to be able to buy it. Yes, we're going to make 50,000 off. Well, so I think it was 60,000 with what we would be able to sell. And then yes, that will get us to the 2. We'll get to about 250 maybe at the end of this episode, which yeah, it's just not enough to be able to do it, which is okay. But once we go and sell all our crops from this year, we will then be a lot closer to where we want to be. So I'm going to set the combine off from up here so we can actually start getting that unfolded, and we're going to put this straight onto a worker. So let's get that there. Can we drop the trailer off? There we go. So we'll get this trailer on, and then I'm going to leave one tractor and trailer here so they can do the leading for this combine. So let's put that on, and then I'm going to go get I'm going to go and use, it'll either be the Fendt or the JCB. I'm going to probably say the Fendt is what we'll use. And I'm going to go get myself into field 41 to get on baling straight away. So right, let's put that about there, and I'll just set up a course quickly. Right, so that course is now set. We'll go and get our workers over, because both of them need their trailers empty before we can start in here, because obviously this is a wheat field. Better start heading this way. So I will just tip this tiny little bit into there. It's something or nothing, and then we can go put this trailer away for now, and then we're going to have to go find the baler, which well, to be fair, we'll pull this into the grass shed where we got it from, because that is where our baler will be, and then we can get cracked on, get 41 baled, and then obviously getting the wheat done now means that we have a wheat. We can get on and bale the wheat as well. Whether we do that this episode or not, I don't know. I highly doubt that will be the case, but we can all hope and dream, can't we? So let's just get this back into here, like so. Drop that off. I forgot there's a bit of a delay when dropping these off. My tyres are looking very worn on here. Let's just get this put on, and let's have a look at what these are looking like. Okay, we need to replace these tyres. I didn't realise how bad they were. Is that why we've been struggling with a lot of things? I don't know. We'll see what the service is like as well. This looks like it may need a bit of work doing to it. So, £15,500 on repair, and replace the tyres 3,067. Wow. Now let's have a look at them. Okay, they look miles better now, and our tractor should be pulling a lot better as well. So this should benefit, well, it will benefit us. No matter what, it will benefit us greatly. But right, we will get over to field 41. We'll make sure that we are on 41. Yeah, we should be on 240s, because we shouldn't be doing anything smaller than that. And we'll go and get that field baled. So for some reason, I've been having problems with that baler just then, where it's almost like the pickup wants to be lower than what it is. So if I was to reverse back now and then go forward, it would mean that this would slide around. And it's almost seemed that because the straw, I think the barley had come off that well and the straw swaths were that big, it was lifting it up, so it was going too far down. I don't know, to be fair, but I have just stopped time because if this is going to be a problem, which it's annoying because it's two things. It means it's two things in this episode that have been problems. One was the mowers in the last episode, which we sold this episode, and then the other one is this one, wherever it's going to do that. So I'll try to show you. If I was to reverse back now and then drive forward, it's not going to do it now, is it? That is so typical. Let's just turn it on and let's see if it does it now. I just want to be able to show you what I mean. There we go. See how it's now dropped fully down and lifted up? And when we were trying to go uphill on some of the swaths here, look at it just sliding around. When we were trying to go uphill there, we were dropping down to 5 miles an hour. But the way to sort it is lift it up, drop it back down again, then it resets. Well, I don't know. I think we may go take this to the store and sell it, because we do have here, we've got the big Massey Ferguson baler, which would get bale twine with it. And what wheels would probably trailer bog or BKT we'll probably go with. But yeah, I just thought it gives us an excuse to try something different then. Winch may be a good idea as well. But no, it's good. It's a good reason to try something else. And with our contracts coming in, obviously we won't be able to buy that barley field. So I thought, well, if the contract's coming in, selling this, we can buy that other baler, use that, and then hopefully on our way back, buy the farmland with all the trees in. So I do like a lot of the Claas machinery, but obviously this episode I've sold my Claas mowers and I'm selling my Claas baler. Oh, there's the header trailer for the combine. I decided to leave that here. Right, let's hop into here and let's see what we should get back for this. We did buy it second hand, so we won't be getting a lot, but we will repair it. We will repaint. Okay, we're getting much more than what I thought we'd get for that. So let's sell that, and then if we go on to the dealership, we'll buy this. Like so, I want BKTs. So let's buy that. That's 75,000. We also need two. We have our spraying contract to collect, so we'll collect that. That's, I forget how much that was now. Almost £20,000 there. So now, because we're at the store, we'll put the new baler onto here and we can take this to where the wheat field is. And so far we've had a few hiccups along the way, which credit to you if you can see where the jump where I've been having to cut during the time lapse, come out of baling to then get over to sort out the problems. Yeah, if you can find them, let me know. That is one lovely baler. I do like that a lot. Right, we will get this back down to the farm. So normally when I do an episode, I can normally try, your internal clock, as it were, could normally tell you how long you spent doing one and when it's time to end. But on doing this one, because we've had so much going on, obviously off camera, there's loads of like me sort of flitting around here, there, and everywhere. So I've actually completely lost track of how long we've been. So it could be a very long episode or it could be a very short episode. But we're going to park this. Where can we park this out the way? Because I want to have a look and see. Because this is what we're going to be buying next. In the next episode, we'll go up to our canola up there. So let's turn this off and let's hop over the fence. Is there anywhere that we can, when we cut these trees, bring them down so that we can load? I'm going to guess not, unless there's something up on this top. I reckon it's going to be down near our house. So there's only really two places. We've got this area here where it's not the most level of places, but we'll be able to stack logs up on the side to look at shredding, well, chipping, or we can go right up to the top where there's an entrance there, because we do have this this track going straight through the middle. So when we cut, we'll have to leave the logs on the side of the track, or we can make our way through. Oh no, there's a hedge here. I don't particularly want to be driving through the hedge, and there's also the fence here. So it's either right up at the very top is where we're going to be making our load of timber, which I'll just run you up there now. So up here will mean that we'll have to drive up and down the side of the field here, which that's no problem, where we could probably stack them here, or we use this as the entrance to get in, and we go stack them where we normally take the header, you know, where we put the header trailer when we come into here. That's probably not a bad idea, but let's just have a quick look. Can we afford this? Yes. So we're now going to buy this 95,000. So we now own this woodland. So as and when we want, we can get in here with the. We'll be renting a big harvester to come in. We won't be doing it by hand because I think that would just take far too much time. And then I want to do it as realistically as possible. So we'll come in with a harvester. We'll cut as much out as we can, and then we will rent a forwarder. And then just every episode during the winter, just keep taking loads down. And this is where I'm thinking this is probably the best place with the forwarder. Take them down to here, unload them here, and then you can park up on here and get a chipper to chip them all into a trailer and then take them off and sell them. So our worker's here. He's doing a fantastic job there for us. And our combine is still going over there. And if we have a look down here, we may have... No, they're still going. That's brilliant. I should probably have taken you over there to have a look. But anyways, for now, we will... For now, we will leave it at that. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed the video. Please do feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.